Let's see if we can't do this. So I'm just going to do a dry run to see what I have to do to slip that down. I'm going to kind of put it down like that. So I've got this wire here. I want to make sure it's out of my way. I'm going to make a little slit right here. Feel back in there, make sure I'm not hitting anything. Ah, it feels like I'm hitting. Oh, okay. There's a fire block right there. Yeah, that's why I can't go any higher than that. Okay, I guess I could turn it this way and slide it down. Okay, so I got this other wire out of here. And that's why I don't like using a Sawzall or anything when I'm cutting, when I'm doing things like this. Because you can hit wires or whatever. Okay, so far so good. I'm not hitting anything. Let's see what I can do here.
Might have the
Might have to cut a little bit more out. Yeah. Probably a little bit more around there. I don't want to get too wild with my patch because I was gonna maybe put some webbing tape over there. But my uncle, my pops is still out in the car, but my uncle had a really good idea. He's Mr. Inspector today.
yeah.
And what were you saying about that hole?
Well, you maybe move that switch, that plug-in over there.
Yeah, he had an idea. Now see, this box is for the alarm pad, and ultimately it's going to go down below this cabinet to a new cut-in box. And we were like, okay, what's going to happen right here? We're going to have to patch that. But the other thought came, hey, what about just putting a cut-in box in here and putting another electrical outlet right here? Granted, it's a little bit higher than that one, but it's out in the wide open. It's above this desk. So if they have a calculator or something like that, if they just want to plug something in really quickly, they could. And it's not really going to be that much of an eyesore if you have a plug. You could have a plug right, boom, right there. See? And I thought, hey, that's a pretty good idea, but look what we just came up across. There's a fire block right there. And it's like, how are we going to put that cut-in box in? If we put in a cut-in box, it is still possible to a certain extent. I could take this alarm keypad and lower it down a little bit, and then put the cut-in box from here down. And then when I put the cover plate on, the cover plate's not going to cover this up here. It's going to be about like that. This little area would still have to be patched a little bit, but it would be hardly visible at all. We could do a really good job with that. So that's another option that we can have. If we didn't have that fire block, we just cut that out and put a cut-in box in there and put a plug in there. And the reason why we could put a plug is because I've got a cut-in box down here, that one, and I just installed that, and I've got to put an electrical outlet on there. I could re-pull that out of the wall because that's a cut-in box. It's really simple to do. Add another wire from there, and kadoink, fish it right up to there and power an electrical outlet there. So that's another option, okay, on how to patch that hole, what we're going to do with that. And incidentally, speaking of patching holes, after I cut the hole out underneath the desk. I've got this little piece of sheetrock. Now if you ever need to match some paint or something, you can cut something out like that. You could take that to the store, and that's a big enough piece for a painting company, or at a box store they've got this little computer system. They take a picture of that and they can match the paint. They've got enough room to put a little bit on there and dry it off, mix up another, put it there, look at it, look at the sheen, see what it is, and all that. So there's a tip for you if you ever need to match some paint. And even if you're not relocating a telephone outlet or something, you could still put a cut-in box like that, you know, behind a TV, let's say, or in a closet, next to an electrical outlet or something. Cut it out, put a blank, you know, put the same type of little cut-in fixture, put that in the wall, put a blank plate over it, and voila. Now you've got a paint sample you can take to the store if that's your only option. There's a tip for you.